So culturally,
We're a little bit different culturally.
Can
So
you elaborate on what you kind of feel like the cultural differences are?
Like when you hear like cultural differences, like what does that mean for you?
The time is here for you to decide. Do you want to stay married or do you want to get a divorce?
This is Married at First Sight.
Welcome back to our Married at First Sight recaps. Season 18. We're on episode 8. If y'all haven't, please catch up so y'all can follow along and know what's going on in the storyline. How are you tonight?
I'm just dandy, sir. I'm
Not
just
dandy.
dandy. And I want them to be already caught up. Ain't no,
Facts.
we on episode 8. Y'all should definitely have been caught up. Y'all should be formulating some thoughts and ideas and opinions about these couples, their dynamics, and what we're starting to see and what's happening and what's now establishing even more now that they are back from the honeymoon and the honeymoon's over and they're thrown in the midst of living with one another, all of that good stuff. So y'all should be caught up and giving us some real feedback about what is happening here. Okay.
Uh,
What's going on with you, Mr. T? You good?
I'm alive.
Mhm.
I'll just leave it at that, man.
Yeah.
I'm alive. I'm trying to navigate my way of understanding of people not understanding. If that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense, and good luck with that.
Right. All right, people. So this is season 18, episode 8. This episode is called Chef's Kiss and a Rude Diss. So we are now upon day 17 of the couples being married, and the heat is pretty much on everybody. I think that this is like we're at a pivotal point of personality tests. So I think that every couple is going through personality tests to see what your personality traits are and if that's compatible. So I don't know if any couple is going to make it at this point, but we shall see. We here now. We're invested, and we shall see what's happening. I'll just call this episode the housewarming episodes because it seemed like everybody was fucking just giving a fucking housewarming party. So my first question to you is: are you pro housewarming party or no?
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm very social. Like I like to entertain and stuff. So I could definitely see, maybe for the first house. Like if you move often or you into buying like different houses every 3, 4 years. I know people like that, or 5 years or whatever. I think you should probably have all the shit that you need for your houses at this point. The first house is cool. Maybe just have throw a little shindig just because, but not a housewarming type thing where people got to bring you gifts and all of that shit. How about you?
I'm more or less social, so I did a housewarming like my first apartment or so. Yeah, my first apartment, we did a housewarming.
Yeah.
And it's nothing that I care to do ever again. But if it comes, I would, take part and, be present. But it's not nothing that I need again in my life.
Right. Was that just simply because of people, like the humans just being in
Yeah.
your space, or was it just the whole pomp and circumstance of housewarming and people
It's just
bringing gifts?
it's the whole idea of it. It's just like,
Yeah.
okay, we moved. I don't need to show everybody that we moved. And I don't need everybody to bring me a gift because we moved. Like I don't need the circus of it. Like I mean, I
Yeah.
guess it's cute. I guess it's a cute idea. It reminds me of like of a baby shower. Like I could do with the baby shower or not with the baby shower. Like,
Right. Right.
it is what
Yeah.
it is. I get the idea. I mean, for the people who are super social, I guess that's a thing
Yeah.
that they like to intertwine with. But I'm
Yeah.
good with or without it. But if she wanted to do it, like I said, I'm a team player.
Yeah.
I'ma show up, man. I'ma show
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Well, that's what's up. At least you would do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So the episode starts with stupid ass David, aka Man Bun, still not knowing how to read the room.
Mm.
He leaves a note for Michelle, and I just want to, I want to call David. I need his number because
So you can.
I just want to tell him, dude, she doesn't care.
Right. He is still trying. Poor guy.
She doesn't care. Man. So,
Yeah.
before we get into the couples, my last question is there a form of communication that you hate, or is this something that somebody does when communicating that just like annoys you? If like rather that be like back to back calling, back to back texting, ignoring your text, what is the form of communication that annoys you?
Yeah. I don't know if anything truly like annoys me, but if I had to say something, it would probably be non-responsiveness. And I don't just mean like I know you're at work and you're not responding, or I know you're busy and you're not responding. I don't mean that. I just mean like I know you're not doing shit.
Right.
I know you're not doing shit.
Right.
And you just choosing not to respond because maybe we had a tiff earlier or something like that. So that's the type of communication I don't like. I don't like the, oh well, because you said something, because we had a little tiff earlier, I'm not just going to answer your call. I'm not going to respond to your text. I hate that petty level of communicating.
And I'm Mr. Petty, so I have done that. I have done that a
Right.
time or two, but that is something that I'm working on,
Mhm.
cutting that out because it's unnecessary. It's really unnecessary.
Yeah, and I mean, I get it. Like, I can understand like you might not want, like the person may not want a joke conversation
Right.
like, oh, like everything is okay, but there are times when a real question needs to be answered, or something arises that needs clarification or something like that, and I need you to be not you per se, but just I need you to be responsive. So don't be super petty
Right.
where we can't get shit accomplished.
Right.
But yeah, that would be one that irks me the most.
Okay, I would say that my annoying thing, or the thing that annoys me, would be just the back to back text, like where you're asking me a question and you don't allow me the opportune time to respond before you're asking or going on and on with more shit. So
Yeah.
now I gotta decipher and respond. Like there's a lot going on here. Like,
Right.
calm down. Like, I think that girls, they do the text on
Yep.
like
Boom, bam, pow. Real
some.
quick fingers.
I'm a guy. Like, slow down for me. I'm
Right.
not gonna text you back in that fast, responsive way. So just slow down a little bit, and
Right.
then all good. Also, another one is like the "I was just with you" or "I was around you," and you didn't say that, and then
Right.
like it's nighttime now, or it's morning time now, and you got a lot to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I might have asked you a question and you didn't have nothing to say. But now
Mm-hmm.
it's a million things to say.
You're right.
When I was
Right.
just right there, you could have fucking said that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're working through just all of us, I guess, in general. We're working through learning proper communication, or how people communicate with one another, learning each other basically.
Thanks.
Learning each other basically. All right. Which couple do you want to begin
Um, let's start.
with?
Let's start with Madison and Alan.
Madison and Allen. Maddie with the tatas.
Maddie with the tatas. She's looking
Maddie
good
with
this
the
episode.
tatas. Maddie always looking good. She might be a
Yeah.
little cuckoo, but she look good though. She look good though. She look good.
Mm-hmm. She might
All
be a
right.
little cuckoo.
Now they begin with Madison taking Allen to the gym. She's expressed that if you want to be with me, I want you to improve your fitness or your look or just everything about you because I really don't like you. But if you put some work in, maybe I can look at you at least.
Right. Absolutely.
So he went to the gym with her where he almost died. They were doing some simple shit like this, y'all, and he almost
Yes.
died. So is it a good or a bad thing that he's going all out for her? Basically anything that she's saying, he's trying to appease or trying to accomplish for her. Is that a good
Hmm.
thing or a bad thing?
So I think that's honestly like a slippery slope. Sometimes you can, set yourself up for a big, gigantic letdown. So, and that's not to say that medicine is not going to be open and receptive to and growing in a space to absolutely love and adore Alan. You know what I mean? Because there are times where people just don't like a person, they don't see themselves with them, and then they grow into this strong, abundant like and love. So I'm not saying that, but he said one thing that made me think, um, Alan, I just don't know. He said, I want to keep up.
Right. That's why I'm
And
asking the question.
right. And it's just like some speeds just ain't for some people.
That's a fact.
And I get it. Yeah, we should all advocate towards being healthy or advocate towards dressing better or advocate towards, just refining ourselves. But when it's not for your personal sake all the time and doing it for someone else or to be in the like of someone else, that's where the problem may come in because Alan may get a little hurt.
That's a fact. All right, so is physical compatibility a thing?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, and probably for her, she's very fit, she's very physical. And for her and her movements and as far as gym and being very athletic, etc., she's not going to want a guy who is not somewhat fit. Might not have to be like her, but
But
somewhat.
I feel like in this particular situation, it's kind of tricky because if you're a person who's into the gym and who's like extremely fit or whatever, like that's your thing, um, you don't want the fat motherfucker, but he ain't fat.
Right.
He's just not in shape.
Right. He's just not in shape. But I think in her mind, it might correlate to, yeah, you might not be fat now, but you might get fat. You know what I mean? You're not active. You're not doing. So, I mean, and I don't even think she's saying like you have to be this buff.
Hmm.
But, I want somebody that's going to be into their health, to be advocating to live a fit, healthier life like me. So, I don't know. She doesn't seem to be too pushy about it, but just, hey, I want you to be somewhat active. I think he trying to just go all out.
Yeah, he been doing two of these. Like I'm in the gym. When you said you want me in the gym, I'm in the gym. Like
I'm in a
you
gym.
see my arms? You see my you see
What does
my
muscle look like? What does muscle look like?
you see my arms? All right, so the doctors did say something that kind of caught my attention where they said or maybe this was the end of last episode where they said him changing is just not him changing for himself. It's him changing for the best of y'all. Do you
Yeah.
agree with that statement?
Yes, I do. I do. But again, it has to be collective, in my opinion. Like, do I feel like Alan's being collective right now? I think he is being all day doing this for Madison to get her to like him.
Right.
And not that he doesn't feel better after he works out or any of that, but I just think his motive is just to make her like him.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So
That's a
yeah.
fact. All right, so spinning off of that, he was expressing to her that I'm doing these things for you. I'm going to the gym, X, Y, and Z. Whenever you want to do something, that's when we do something. But outside of that, we don't really spend any quality time together.
Thanks. Yeah. That regimented lifestyle that she had. Like he laid it out. He said, listen, we go to work, we work out, we go to the gym, we come in, we repeat, and we shower, go to bed, we repeat, we do it all again. Like, where is the time that we're going to have some present time, some moments that it's just you and I? We could watch TV, we can just do something quiet, we could sit on the couch and talk, whatever. But let's just have some time where it's just us. I just don't think she's in that space with him to do that right at this point in time.
I guess I will concur and say that she don't like him.
Right.
She's there and she's present, but she don't like him.
Right. To want to Netflix and chill,
right.
or want to have those quiet, intimate moments that he's looking for.
Right.
You know what? And they are important in a relationship or in a strong foundation. You know, there has to be moments and opportunities where you guys take from out of your busy schedule to partake in one another. Like, you know, definitely. But I don't see it happening for them.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Any more questions on Madison and Alan?
Yeah, just real quick. How much do you think that can get in the way, like a person being very regimented and very driven by their normal course of behavior day in and day out, like that regimented lifestyle where nothing else can fit in there? Let's just say not even in Madison and Alan's situation where she may not really like him that much, but just a regular situation.
Yeah, I've seen this. When we talked about this, you know, in different spaces, the balance factor. You know, we talked about the balance factor, and all the time it's not even a balance thing because you're not looking for balance. It's like you're not making me a priority. You know? Right. Like where am I on your priority list? So if you have your set regimen, I get up, I go to work, I go to the gym, we eat dinner, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
You're still not thinking about me. Like, you're still not like, I'm thinking about him and I just want to be around him in his presence, like spend some time with him. Like, I'm not a priority to you. Like, I don't even fit like in that schedule.
Right.
I'm just around in that schedule.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's problematic. That's going to eventually take a toll because then one party's going to be like, well, am I really important? Like, can I really get into your time and space of every day going on?
But the messed up part is that she'll be like, we was at the gym earlier.
Right. She won't even see it.
Right.
She won't even see it.
Right.
Yeah. She won't even see it.
Right. So that is what's going on with Madison and Alan. I don't believe that they have smashed yet.
The surprise party was cute, wasn't it? I mean,
yeah. That was a good thing because I was ready to throw her out the window when she was like, I need you to get out because my friends is coming over for a spa day. I was like, oh no, that would be the last straw for you right there. Don't just kick me out to invite your friends over here to our crib. If go to your crib and do that.
Exactly. And then not only that further shows you that he was just like, okay, I'm going to get out. I'm just going to do whatever you tell me to do.
Facts.
Like, you know what I mean?
Right. But she did end up planning him a surprise birthday party for his birthday, which I thought was cute and nice and shows that she was trying to make some effort. So it shows that she is considerate. But considerate still doesn't lead to attraction.
No, not at all. And that intimacy part, intimacy, I see the shirt, you know, that intimacy part that they're missing, it may not be super problematic now, but eventually it very much will.
I think it's super problematic now.
Now. Well, it definitely is, you know, when they're asked what their issue is, that's pretty much, you know, what they lack.
Because how long do you weigh in that?
Right.
Like, how long if you meet somebody? Like, what's the longest you ever waited to be like, okay, I feel like I can hold his hand now. What the fuck?
I was about to say, what, 24 hours? Niggas holding hands tomorrow.
Like,
No,
what the
but
fuck?
yeah, yeah. I'd be like, what? Are we kids? Like, what are we
Facts.
doing here? What are we doing? I have to wait to get into that space. What? Like, that just should be like natural things that people, are show, and
Facts.
display, in my opinion. Um, she was pretty upset when he didn't show up to flag football though. So I think that's some petty some by the clips for next show. I
Yeah,
think that was the result of him being petty.
right,
So I can't wait to see what that's all about. Because she
right,
was
but
hot.
right, but the part that women tend to ignore is that the petty action is a reaction.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
we're not, and because I've been a part of this as well. So I ain't gonna just wake up and be like, yo, today I'm gonna do some petty shit. Like, it don't work that way. It's like, you did some shit.
Right.
Like,
And so this is me reacting to
right,
that shit you did. Okay.
right. But
Okay.
they tend to ignore that, and even if you express that, it'd be like, but so, but
Well, yeah, it's not cool, the but so,
right,
because I feel like everybody's feelings should be acknowledged because you can't only want your feelings to be acknowledged and
right,
then not acknowledge his feelings. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's so not cool.
right.
But at least let me know that you're going to be like the reasoning, I be wanting to know the reason.
I'm not mad at wanting to know the reason. It just be
Yeah,
the ignorance of I didn't just wake up and choose to be petty.
right.
I'm reacting to how you're treating me.
Now, do you think that there are individuals that can just be petty just because it's in them and
Facts,
not as a reactive behavior?
facts, but I don't think that's the norm.
Right.
I don't
That's
think
not the
that's the
typical.
norm. And if that
Mhm.
is the norm, then you were with the wrong motherfucker.
Right.
If they just being petty for no reason, they're just a
Right.
petty person. Like,
Right.
as petty as I am, I'm not just going to be petty just to be petty.
Right.
You did some shit.
You did some shit. I got you. I got you. I got you.
Okay, let's go to cultural differences. Let's go to cultural differences, aka Camille and Thomas.
Lord
Now,
Jesus.
Thomas is 10 years older than Camille, but it seems like the reverse. It seems like he's like the younger one, or the more immature one, or the more inexperienced one,
Hmm.
even though he's 42 years old. But it's like he seems just like he hasn't had any like experience in his life. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. He does seem very contained.
right. Okay, so I want to start off by saying I feel like she's just not attracted to him. She's friendly with him, they get along, but I don't think she has a physical attraction to him.
Hmm.
What
Hmm.
is your
I
thoughts?
would, yeah, I definitely would agree. She mentioned some things like, her being more attracted to darker skinned men, their tone, their mannerisms, their personality, etc., being just a little different flavor
Mm,
than what Thomas is offering. Um, and I think those are bigger checks in those boxes than she's leading on. I
fact.
mean,
That's a fact.
you know what I mean? I think she's saying, "Oh, it doesn't seem to be like it's not a deal breaker." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's not that much of a big deal to me, but it really is because it's hindering and it's hampering her physical attraction to him. Now, maybe after they pop it, or she hop on it or something, like maybe that will
Yeah,
change.
she's gonna have to hop on it.
Yeah, definitely. He ain't gonna do
Cause
shit.
he ain't gonna do shit. He ain't gonna do shit. He ain't gonna do shit.
Damn.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do shit. All right. So, what did you think about the whole idea of him saying, "Well, because you're light skinned, I would think that you would date more light skinned guys."
Yo, listen, I have heard that. I have heard that. I have
How?
heard that, which is wild,
How?
right?
How have you heard that? I've heard my whole life that light skinned girls like dark skinned guys.
Right, that's what I'm saying. No, no, no. People have said it to me.
No, have they said that you because you're light skinned, I would think that you
Yes,
like. Yeah, see, that's what I'm
yes.
saying. I feel
Like
like these are people that are inexperienced because anybody who has any experience knows that that's not fucking true.
I've heard that don't even match. Like what? You don't like I mean, like you're supposed to be with a light-skinned person. I can't believe you like dark-skinned guys, or I can't believe you like brown-skinned guys. Um, like you're supposed to be with a lighter guy, like because you're light skinned. I've heard this. And from not from women,
Right.
from
See,
men.
I feel like those guys are inexperienced, man. Because
Right.
nobody who's talked to a number of females, that's something that you just know or learn when you young. It's like the
Mhm.
light skinned girls like dark skinned niggas. Nigga, you don't know
Right.
that?
Right.
like,
Right.
like the fuck?
I don't get it. It
And
didn't it
and the
don't
dark
look
and the
right.
dark skinned girls and the dark skinned girls like light skinned niggas.
Okay,
This is a
right.
fucking thing.
Thing, right. The it don't look right was which did it for me. It
Well, I
don't
don't
look
give a
right.
fuck how it look. That's what it is.
Right. And that's what you like. It
Right.
is what you like.
That's what it is. All right.
It is
So
what
they started off at this cookout or whatever, and I felt like the cookout was a test. I felt like she was testing him at this cookout to see if he's cool, how he acts around people,
you-
his personality traits, his behavior. I think that cookout was a test or a barometer.
Mhm. And ain't shit pop off.
And ain't shit pop off.
Ain't shit pop off. He was the same old dry
No, did you
muck
see?
mouth.
Did you see how he was sitting in the chair?
Yes.
He was sitting in that chair like a fucking dork. Why do you sit like a dork, nigga?
Yeah. Cause he is a dork, man.
Relax yourself, something.
Yes.
Get your fucking
Yes.
life together, man. Get your
I
fucking life together.
we say this every week, and I say this every week, how I'm just waiting for him to just step into that easy mode of just
And I keep on telling
being
y'all that it's not
relaxed, being it's just yeah, I know. You keep saying it, and I keep holding out hope. I keep
there.
holding out hope.
Right. So it keeps the fucking cultural differences phrase just keeps popping up at every fucking turn. Every time they have a conversation, they'd be like, "Well, what is the cultural differences?" Well, he said you would have cultural differences. Well, it's like what the fuck? It's like what the fuck? So she was saying that like you said a little bit earlier, she likes or she prefers or her type is normally dark skinned guys who are more outgoing, who are more aggressive, who are more like brashy, showboaty, whatever. And he's more refined, more quiet, um, not outgoing. So she's trying to navigate if she could be attracted to that because she's cool with him. That's why I be asking, like, where do your attractions lie?
Hmm.
Because I don't be feeling like that can change.
Right. Um.
So
um. I would agree with you 50-50. Like I would agree that that can change, but I would think that it could possibly change, right? Because you can have an individual, and I've been in this situation before. You can have an individual that you are not quite attracted to initially, but their conversation or their mannerisms, the way that they dress or something like that just kind of shifts that for you. So that's what I was hoping for Thomas to be able to do and step into, where it would just kind of turn it on for her. Like, you know what I mean? It is just not happening. You know what I mean?
You know why it's not happening? Because he don't fucking
He
got
don't
it.
got it.
He don't fucking got
He
it.
don't got it.
He
I
don't
know.
fucking got it, man.
He
All
don't
right,
got it.
so one of her friends. I like that friend. She's a little cutie.
Yeah, she is.
I
I
like
forget
that.
her name. I
Yeah,
forget her name.
she a little cutie or whatever. I don't know about her attitude, but she a little cutie.
Right.
But she was like, "This is a no." She was like,
Yeah.
"This is a no," and I don't know if she's ever going to get past that. He's not her type. So say you just meet a guy or whatever, and one of your close friends is somebody that you trust, somebody who is close to you, and they be like, I don't really see that for you. Would you put anything into that?
I definitely would take into consideration what's being said to me. I mean, because sometimes it's the people that are closest to you that can see different perspectives of things, or just know you in ways where they can just kind of see it just a little bit differently. You know what I mean? So I would definitely take it into consideration. And it may even hold a little weight, but I'm not making any decisions based on that. I might just take it into consideration, and make my own damn decision about how I'm moving on it.
Okay. All right. So when they keep on mentioning this cultural differences thing, because it's like every fucking time I turn around, I keep hearing this
Every
shit.
other sentence. So.
Right. But when they say it to him, like when they said it to him and they asked him about it, he was like, I don't know what y'all talking about.
Yeah.
We're the same.
And then he just would start talking about like the neighborhoods, and then just like, I don't know. He definitely is just like, I ain't trying to hear that shit. I ain't trying to hear that. And for real, he just like, I ain't trying to hear that shit.
But the sad part about it is he's right and he's wrong. Because she corny too, but she just used to dealing with niggas that ain't corny.
Right. Exactly.
So what he's saying, like we're close, like we're not as far apart as you're making the shit out to be. And she's like, we may not be, that far apart, but what I'm used to is far apart. And he don't understand that part is not registering in his brain.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And that is like, that is his problem with it, because he's thinking about it demographically,
Right.
geographically, like he's just thinking about it in those terms. But he is not thinking about the fact that what she's used to is just not you.
Right.
At all. I was waiting for him to be like, because she asked him if he dated like any,
Right.
black women or whatever the case may be. And he was like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. But I was waiting for him to be like, yeah, I dated, women that were more culturally dipped than you. Like, I was
But he
hoping that
hasn't.
but he has.
But you got a lot of hope for this nigga. You got
I know.
a lot of hope for this nigga. And
I really do.
I
I really do.
You got so much hope for this nigga. All
I
right, so
do.
the twin actually, says to her, the twin is a little bit cooler than him, but he's still a weirdo
Yeah.
too. But she got the twin that's not cool. So
Mhm.
the twin says to her, you're going to have to push him. So are you okay with pushing?
No. No, I know that's the wrong thing to say, because you should be vested, and you should, you know, gotta give a little extra push maybe where needed. But I ain't really down for pushing. I can't push you. I know he said you gotta push him, and or else he'll be stagnant or something, right? Um, yeah, no.
Most women don't want to push a man.
I mean,
If I'm
to
pushing you to
me,
be better in different circumstances, cool. But we're talking about Nigga, I can't push you to be cool if you corny.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I was getting ready to say.
The
You
fuck?
know, I can't push you into being great. Like
Right.
you have to already have the greatness, and we can inspire and push each other to be better in many different ways and in different forms. But I can't push you to be great,
All right.
cool, cute, dress better.
I got one more question.
Mm.
You got anything else on them before I ask
Yeah,
this question? Go ahead.
yeah. I just got one more thing. When he said that, um, paying attention was one of his shortcomings in his past relationships. Like, how did you feel about him just acknowledging or referencing like things that he did wrong in the past to try to be better this go round? Like, did you think that was cool? Like, do you sometimes like reflect back on past relationships and things that maybe you might not have done right that you would want to try and do better in like new relationships, etc.?
I think reflection is important and extremely necessary. But
Hmm.
but what he said was a major negative. You stupid ass motherfucker. Like,
Read the room. No, there was
not even read the room. Just it's just like that is one of my things. Like not paying attention. That shit fucking irritates me. Like
mm,
I'll be like, I could be like texting a person or on the phone with somebody or just with somebody and talking to them, and they would be like, "What you think about
what you
X, Y,
think?
and Z?" And I'm like, I just fucking said it 2
Right,
minutes, 2 seconds ago.
right,
What the fuck? You ain't see it? You ain't hear me? I just
right.
fucking said it. Why
I
you not
just
paying attention?
right, right.
That's
Because
it.
I'm here.
I hate, yeah.
I'm here. Engage with me here.
Man,
Yeah.
I hate
Hmm.
that shit. So even in him saying that that's a thing that he wasn't paying attention, you didn't correct that because you still ain't fucking paying attention.
Right,
So
right.
just acknowledging the problem is fucking means nothing.
I still ain't paying attention.
Right, you still ain't fucking paying attention.
Damn, Tom, you just fucked up all around the board. I'm sorry, sorry. I be trying, and it's
Listen.
crazy because I say I ain't into pushing a nigga. What time? I'm trying to push you. I've been trying to push you all 7 episodes,
Man, listen,
8
sometimes
episodes.
not even just with niggas on both sides of the fence.
Right.
Sometimes people are who they are.
Yeah, this is true.
Sometimes people are who they are. All right, my last question with Thomas and Camille. I had high hopes for them when this started. But then
Yeah.
once I saw that he wasn't there, I know it was going downhill. But my question is, um, who do you think is in denial more? Do you think that she's in denial more by saying that's not a deal breaker for her, that's not a red flag, it's just something that she's got to get used to? Or do you think that he's in denial more by saying, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about with these cultural differences?
They is just a clusterfuck of denial. Like they on the same damn denial bus.
They on a
Both of
denial
them.
bus.
They on a denial bus equally, neck and neck, head to head almost. Like I just feel like they both are just in denial. He is just in denial where he is and not even trying to understand or see or get what the fuck it is that she's trying to say. And she is just in denial because she know good and damn well that at this point in time, outside of some dick, that this ain't it. Now, he got to put the shit down Barry White.
Gotta do something, Thomas. Better backflip up
Secret
in that jaw.
secret garden Barry White.
Better do a backflip up in that jaw.
Okay.
She look like she easy to please too. That should be your main focus. Your main focus. Let me talk to you, Tom. Come here, real quick. Come here, real quick. Let me talk to you, man. Your main focus is to put that thing on her and take her mind off of all. You need her mind to only be focused on your thing.
Hmm.
And if you can do that, Thomas, then I could get on this shit that Isha's on and have some hope for you.
And have some hope for you.
If you could do that, because that is your only hope right now. Your personality is not going to get it done. Your physical is not going to get it done. If you don't smack that ass and spread them low, it's over. It's over.
It's over. I want you to hold on to that thought too.
Okay.
Can a corny personality equate to a fucking monster or a beast in bed? Hold on to that thought. No, we're gonna talk about that. That's gonna be something.
All right.
All right, because it just clicks because yeah. Okay.
All right. Which couple you want to talk to?
Oh, we did. Let's do Carla and Juan.
Carla and Juan. Juan and Carla. Juan and Carla. Juan and Carla. All right, Juan and Carla. We got some shit going on. I feel like there's a disconnect. I feel like they're not vibing. And not even like just like not sexually or physically vibing. I feel like just like awkwardness. I feel like it's just awkwardness. Like every time it's just awkward. It's like, what you say? Why you say that? Like that kind of awkward shit. Like
yeah.
It just feels awkward with Juan and Carla. So we get to this housewarming party. Are you into themes? They had a toga party. Would you do the toga party? Are you into themes?
I love themes.
Why are you getting so excited though?
I'm a theme girl. Like I love that type of shit. Like I just do. So yeah, toga. I would definitely be all into that. Love the decorating and all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could go here either way, but I would like a theme. I just think it give me something to be excited about. So
yeah, and it has to be a good theme.
Right.
Can't be nothing stupid.
Right.
Like
we're not doing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
No. Leave that for the kids.
Right.
But I like the toga idea. idea. I'm not mad at the toga idea. So I will do the toga thing. All right. So we seen one of Carla's friends pops up, a little black gay boy or whatever. So first, would you have have you had a gay best friend before?
Yes, I did for a good about 5 years. Not super long. He wasn't my best friend, but he was definitely a good friend. Probably the most fun, spontaneous, wild, crazy experience. And that was like the only gay friend that I had ever had in my lifetime. So much fun, so much fun. I wonder what he's doing now.
Okay. Did that ever play? Was there ever a question about that in a relationship?
No.
Okay.
No. Like questions like what? Like what you think?
Like why you naked with your gay best friend?
No, because I had never been and would never be. But yeah, that would definitely be an issue.
Right.
An issue. For real.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever had or talked to a girl who had a gay. Well, once, but when there wasn't my girl when she had a gay best friend. So I don't know. I don't know how I would react if we're just meeting these people and then the gay nigga comes in, this your gay best friend. I don't know. I would have to see y'all interactions. It's because sometimes it get a little tricky. Sometimes I've seen girls grab the gay best friend dick. That's a bit much. What we doing?
Right, because I think there still has to be some boundaries, even though you might not be his cup of tea or his flavor, but you still have to have boundaries with respect to just your partner's feelings about shit. And you wouldn't just grab any other nigga's dick. So, I mean, I'm not saying Carla is doing that, but I'm just saying, later on, she says some things that's just like, what?
Fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. So yeah, I would. It's something that because I gotta be mindful of you just bringing the gay niggas around me. Because now he bring his boyfriend over and now I'm asleep and then I wake up and there's 3 gay niggas. That's a lot for me to be like, that's a lot for me to wake up to.
Right.
That's a lot for me to wake up to, is all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
It's
not nothing about like against the gay people. It's just that's a lot to wake up to.
Yeah, and that's a lot. Like, do you feel like maybe not just with Carla, but just people need to have like conversations before bringing like that into a person's
That's a
space? Like,
fact.
hey, listen, I have this
Yeah, don't
guy
surprise me with that
friend.
shit.
He's gay. He's
This is
like it
how,
doesn't.
because this is what it be. Each this is what it be. Like my friend Diane is coming over. I don't think that's a nigga. Let me know.
Yeah, let me know. Let me know. I think that should have definitely been an introduction because, like, um, you know, I think he noticed.
Right,
Juan wasn't like didn't make it known that I don't think he even cared, but it was awkward for
right.
him. He's like, oh, and you are da 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 da, da," and it just seemed weird.
Mm.
It just seemed a little off.
That's why I said you gotta fucking tell him, motherfucker.
Right, right.
You gotta fucking tell him, motherfucker. All right, let me see where I'm at in my notes, man. All right. So they were having a conversation, and this also stems back from something that happened in the last episode, or where Carla said, "Don't fucking act like you forgot about your wife or whatever." So Juan said, "I'm not a mind reader. You gotta, tell me when I do stuff wrong, so I can correct those things." Why is that not more of a conversation?
Um,
Or why don't women want to tell niggas when they did something wrong?
I don't know. That could be for many of different reasons.
They be like, "Nigga, you should
Mm,
know. You know what you
That's
did." No, the fuck
and
I
I
know. I'm
think
watching the
that's
game.
right. But I think that's the easy way
Right.
instead of really addressing the shit. Like it's easy to be like, you should have known. Well, how should I have known? Let's break this down. Tell me how I would have known. I'm not a mind reader. You know what I mean? But I think for women, myself included, sometimes, we want our person to really like pay so much attention to us that they know that they can
Right.
read and they can feel and they can vibe off of our energy. Like that's really what we be wanting, but that doesn't mean that just because that's what we want, that doesn't mean that that just happens.
Right.
And so that's why I think it breaks down.
And not only that, that is a journey of
Right,
growing together for you to learn those certain things.
right.
But what's missed in that is, yes, I just said I am a proponent of paying attention, but also I was watching the game. I did not see what you're mad about.
Nigga, why can't one eye be on the game and one eye be
See?
on it?
See? It's the
Because that's what I
bullshit.
want to know.
That's the bullshit. That's the bullshit.
Biggie Smalls,
Be
okay?
being so extra. Y'all be being so extra. Y'all be being so extra. Like,
Mm,
give a nigga some grace that maybe, if it constantly happens or it always happens,
right.
cool. Make sure you
Mhm.
remind that nigga that he should be paying attention. But if
Right,
he have a slip up because, like I said, I was watching the fucking game,
right.
give him some fucking grace,
Yeah, absolutely. And then, so I think not all the time the shit have to be so heavy.
man. That's a
Like
fact.
it doesn't have to be so heavy. Just like I said, even if I was feeling some type of way, that might have been my response. Well, nigga, why you can't have a fucking cross-eye? And then you would have, he would have laughed and be like, yo, you fucking play too much. Like, seriously. And then I'm like, yeah, you right. Like, everything doesn't have to always be so heavy or just such to a point where it becomes an argument or an issue or a problem. Like, you guys could just work through things together and laugh about it, joke about it, and move on from it, grow from it.
I wish that we could, but They don't want
No.
to. They don't want to, man. All
Mhm.
right, let me see what else I got in my notes, man. All right, so they're having a. Oh, you can go.
No. I don't remember.
All right, so they're having a conversation and with the friends or whatever, and the the big girl. That's what I'm gonna call her, the big girl. Because when I was like, "You want to have a seat?" She was like, "No, I'm good.
I'm gonna stand.
I
I was
want to
just like,
stay there." Like, why
why?
you
What
being
is
so
that?
extra? Yeah, it's like, why you being so extra? He just asked you if you wanted to sit down. Sit your big ass down.
Right.
Well, she was standoffish or whatever. But
Yeah.
she asked him, like, well, do you compliment her? And he thought about it for a minute. And she said, because Carla said that you don't. You don't really compliment her. He was like, well, maybe not as much as I should. You know, I don't want to overstep or I don't, sometimes, once again, sometimes I'll be busy. He's like, what the fuck I gotta do a compliment?
That made no sense to me whatsoever. And I feel like Juan is just a little lackluster in that arena. I don't think that's in him.
Possibly. It's also, you know, it's also like mind games, or it's like what do they say that shit? A landmine. So it's like so
Hmm.
so it's like I'll explain this like this is how guys view things if y'all don't know. If a guy could be like see his girl and like well you know she looks cute, she looks sexy or whatever, but can I say that all the time? Is she gonna be like, "Oh, is that all you see?" is or like or even like in this instance where they said or where he said because she's ready to fuck, but where he said, well, I want to kind of take my time to make sure I really like you first before we start fucking. That I know if we start fucking and I like you, and then that's where I'm gonna be thinking about. So like I said before with the communication thing, like when girls be like, well, you could just text me and yeah, I could, but I know you're going to text me 5 times after that and I don't fucking got time.
Hmm.
So it's one of those things where he could be thinking like, yeah, she does look beautiful today. So say if I see you and I'll be like, you look beautiful, and now that might turn you on, and now you're gonna feel rejected when I be like, yeah, I was
When
just
I'm not
saying
right.
that you're beautiful. I wasn't saying let's fuck right now.
Hmm.
So
I
this
get
is
it.
what I'm saying. The land mobs and shit that men have to be
Hmm.
mindful of their step.
And juggle through. I get it. I get it. But I also feel like, you know, some things, even though we got to juggle through, are still important, right? So,
Facts.
you
It
know,
is important, but look at the what you want to face.
right, going through
Right.
going through that, right? I get you. Although she just wants you just to adore her.
Right.
She's got to be like a Leo. I got to look up her sign.
So yeah, she is one of the like she's a free spirit, so she's into affection and she's into compliments, and she would love for you to wake up and be like, "Oh, you're so beautiful," give you a kiss and all of those things. And I don't think it's not that he's attracted to her or he doesn't think that. It's that I don't think he wants to put himself in a position of once I say this or once I do this, then we're going to start moving at a faster pace than I don't want to move at yet.
Right. Okay. Um, yeah, I don't I get it. And when they were having that conversation at the flag football, and he was just like, I'm just not there yet. It's just not there for me yet. Like she's pretty, I like her or whatever the case may be, and we understand that he's taking his time with it. But uh, we've talked about this. There are many different levels of intimacy outside of, sex.
Right.
So he can still be working towards, he talked about, oh, I got two startups and a full-time job. I ain't got time. I forget or whatever. Like you can't.
Yeah, you can't. You
You
can't.
just can't.
You can't, but you can.
Okay, yes, you can, but if you're committed to the situation, you're going to find time. You're going to
But
make
we
carve a
talked
little space.
right, but we talked about balance earlier. We talked about priorities earlier.
Hmm.
That is his balance. That is his priority. That is his routine, just like that is Madison's routine. So he's stuck in that, and that's what he's used to. And
Right.
I think that she needs to sit him down and have a conversation and say, I know that this is what you're used to, but on Wednesday or Thursday, let's carve out this time.
Hmm. Yeah, come up with a plan.
Right.
Put a little effort forth. Yeah, I
Because
definitely
if
agree.
I don't say anything, first and foremost, once again, this is what I be trying to tell y'all, women, and
Hmm.
maybe also some men. If you don't say anything, how is the person supposed to know? They're
Right.
living their own life. They're living inside their own routine. Yes,
Hmm.
they should be thinking about you, but they're
Right.
also thinking about a million other things.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
just fucking tell them.
Right. Right. And she did. I am, well, she told him not necessarily about the compliment
Right.
part, but she did tell him about the physical part, the cuddles and kisses that she loves and that she also does with her friends.
I mean,
That was wild. That was wild. Could you have made it? What would you say if your partner said, "Yeah, I get cuddles and kisses from my friends all the time."
that's why I said be wary of the gay friends because even if the gay friend is gay, it's still weird.
Still intimacy,
Right. It's still weird.
cuddles and kisses, cuddles and kisses.
It's still weird. I wouldn't mind. Maybe this is. Maybe I can't say this.
Uh-uh.
But I
You
don't
wouldn't
mind
mind if
it.
it was a girl.
Right. I don't mind if it's a girl and y'all are cuddly and kissing, but I don't need you to be all cuddly and kissing with you. Sorry.
Right.
I'm gonna be a double standard here and
Yes, I was
say
about to say the double standard.
I'm gonna be a double standard here and say I don't think that's cool.
The double.
I don't think that's cool. Sometimes double standards are for a reason
Mm-hmm.
and
I would
necessary.
agree.
And this is a little bit necessary because I don't want you cuddling and kissing with your friends. Cuddle and
Right.
kiss over here. Come on. Let's
Yeah,
make some
I
time.
got you.
Let's make some
I
time.
got you. Right.
But in Carla's defense, what do you think about people that have all of that? Like he said, I got a job or jobs and I start a business and then I go to a job. Do you have time to take on this project?
Well, obviously he feel like he do, but
But feeling like you do and even saying that you do and even wanting doesn't equate to doing.
exactly. And sometimes you just fall flat. And Juan just might fall flat because he said it to, like, you can't keep telling a woman that, oh, I forgot about you. Oh,
Facts.
you're so unimportant. Because we can understand that, people got shit to do. We get it. I mean, not everybody gets it, but I'm sure she understands and gets it, but that's when you work just a little bit extra hard on a plan for the both of you to come to feel comfortable and satisfied in whatever form that may be.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. So yeah, the whole busy shit. I'm a person who's busy, but guess what I'm gonna
If you
do?
give up on or something, she's going to get what she needs. That's not going to be a complaint. One, because that's a need for you, and that's
Facts.
and that's a problem if if it's not a need for him because he
Facts.
can't see that need. Like, you know what I mean? He can't
Facts.
feel and understand that need. So therefore, that need is just going to continue to get pushed further, further, further back, and Carla going to be further and further and further out the fucking dough.
So how would you feel if you was Carla?
Exactly how she feel. I don't know how. It might be okay for now, but long term, it ain't gonna work. It's not going to work because that is something that I need. That is something that I crave and I desire. And therefore, if you just, that's another thing. Like, I can't push you to do that. I want you to genuinely want to do that. That's something that comes from a place of genuineness, that comes from a place within where you just feel that about me. I can't push you to do that. And I can't wait around for you to get it neither.
That's
So,
a fact. That's
yeah.
a fact. I call that the lane of desire, and some people understand it and some people don't. But
Right.
I will say this: I am a person who needs to feel desire, and I don't give
Hmm.
a fuck what you got going on, how much work you gotta do, how many
Right.
kids you got, how many siblings you gotta go do X, Y, and Z,
Right.
whatever the fuck you got going on.
Right.
If you don't make no time to make me feel desired, that's going to be an issue.
Right. Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
going to be an issue. It's going to be an issue. And some people are cool with that. Like they can sit there and be like, I didn't think about it. I was busy. Just like Juan said, I forgot about it.
Super like, yo, airheadish about it, nonchalant about it. Like, really was not getting it.
But the way how I feel about that is like, okay, that's fine. Then why engage?
Yeah, well, maybe in his mind, he feels like, okay, that can't be all that would be problematic. Like,
No,
or
yes, it
maybe,
could.
yes, it really could. But again, when sometimes when people don't see the importance of certain shit, they just kind of pass it off as if it's not that important and that, they just don't have the perception of, hey, this could really, make the wall come fall down. You know what I mean? They just don't see it because to them it's not that important. So, but it's definitely important to Carla. So that's gonna be a big problem if it doesn't change soon.
Super. Um, what do you think the thing is with Juan? Do you think that he doesn't like her personality, or he doesn't know her personality, or he hasn't? He was busy. He was busy. He didn't find the time. Like he's not finding the time to, you know,
Mhm.
build that.
I know. I've said this before. Trust me, even the busiest of people make time,
What's that
a
fact?
little bit of time for what they
Okay.
want to make time for. So that busy shit, I don't think that's it. He said he couldn't put his finger on it, if you remember. He said he couldn't put his finger on why that chemistry or that, but I think he can put his finger on it. I just don't know what the fuck it is either because she's cute. She got, she's flirty, she's fun.
She gonna be a freak.
Yeah. She's giving off that vibe. She's not being standoffish with you in any way. Like she definitely want to throw them draws.
I throw them
So
draws.
I don't know what it is. Maybe he likes guys.
Nah, maybe he likes guys.
It's like, I don't know. We did
Stop.
mention that before, though. We did
Stop
like,
it.
no, I don't know what it is. Something, it could be the personality thing, but she seems so cool and laid back. Like, I can't, even though she's kind of eclectic a little bit, I can't see that being a reason why he wouldn't want to smash.
Nah, it's not that. I don't think it's that he don't want to smash. Like there's a difference. Like it's different with like if that's his wife. So it's like he don't want to smash, and then he don't like her.
Right. I
He
got
figure out that he don't like her.
you. Right.
So that's what he's trying. That's what he's trying to do.
Right. Okay. Got you.
He's trying to figure out if he likes her, like outside of the smashing.
Hmm.
And
Don't
I
want
don't.
to cloud the judgment
Right.
by the smashing. Yeah.
Right. And I don't think that he's given that adequate time or adequate energy because he's busy. And so this is where you have to make a decision. Do you want to be busy, or do you want to see if you like this person?
Right. Because you doing this process in the midst of you having two
Right.
startups and a full-time job is wild work.
Right.
To not be able to give it what it needs, to feed it what it needs.
Because some people think the idea of a partner or a relationship is just that they're there when you want them to be there. Instead of they have their own feelings and their own thoughts and their own mind and all this other shit.
Yeah.
It's like, when I get time, when I get finished doing whatever, I'm gonna play with you. And that's not reality.
You're gonna play with yourself, my nigga.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
that's not reality. But some people, they can't see it. Like, they just can't see it.
Yeah,
that's what I think his is. Like, I think he went into it like thinking he was going to find a person who was as busy as him, and she's not that busy.
Right.
So when she's not being busy, she's thinking about you, and she's wanting to spend time with you, but you're busy. So that's what I think is happening.
And she gonna get busy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I think is happening with Wanda, our caller. All right, let's move on along, man. Let's go to Man Bun and Michelle. Let's go to Man Bun and Michelle, our resident disastrous couple. A resident disastrous couple. Man Bun and Michelle. Man Bun and Michelle. All right.
I was a little proud of them this week. Just a little. I mean, David, he's always going to be a quirk. But, I'm proud of Michelle. Let's just say
proud of Michelle. Proud of Michelle. Proud of Michelle. But I still think, I don't know, when people don't know or like don't know how or don't know the words of shutting the fuck up.
And David is one of those people?
I think both of them.
Oh, yeah.
I think both of them are that. Because for Michelle to say, yeah, I'm not sold on this marriage, and I think we get along better when there's a lot of people around. Like, so if you can't get along with your husband when you're by yourselves, how are we going to move forward?
Facts. Well, she been through an assault 6-7 weeks ago.
That's a fact.
She just in it for the finish. To finish off the obligation. Because she don't like shit about her.
She don't like shit. So he said, I'm trying to find, the lane of communication. And she said, I don't know. That's not acceptable to me. Not
acceptable. But that also go to show you that you just need to fucking stop.
That's a fact.
Just stop. You're trying everything. You keep hitting your head up against the wall. And I know it's going to be a threshold and eventually he's going to stop. But when? When are you going to stop?
Let her chase you a little bit. Let her chase you a little bit, David.
Something.
Let her chase you a little bit, David. You on her heels. Let her chase you. She already said you smothering her. Now shut the fuck up.
Right.
All right. How do you feel about when this same conversation, and she's like, well, since you're in my shit, what about the fact that you didn't come home?
Yeah, that was a little like, oh, okay, David. Well, maybe he do be doing his own little thing and really trying to make her chase him. Or maybe he's going somewhere where he's liked.
I don't even think he's going somewhere where he's liked.
No?
I think that
him and Madison at the gym on the regular.
We ain't gonna get there yet. We ain't gonna get there yet. We ain't gonna get there yet. You speaking. You speaking. We ain't gonna get there yet. I mean, would it be an issue for you? And this can go either way. Of him not coming home because it don't feel good. I feel rejected. I don't want to go sleep in this room over here that you showed the people at the fucking housewarming and he sleeps over there and I sleep. Well, why are you doing that? Why is that necessary?
Why is that necessary to point out that fact? Yeah, she has no room and no space to feel any type of way. But the fact that she brings it up as if she, is um okay to do that, like she's playing a wifely role when she wants to, like, oh, you didn't come home last night. Okay, so what's it to you?
Right? That's the shit that I hate. That's the shit that I hate because you want me to come home for you to ignore me. No, bitch.
I'd rather sleep in my fucking basement.
Yes,
Do you know why? Because my family loves me there.
that's a fact.
Okay.
I'm not going to just be here for you to ignore me and treat me like shit. So I see both sides of it. I see both
Yeah.
sides of it. If y'all just got married, you gotta stay there and work your way through. You gotta find your way through the mud somehow, somewhere. You gotta find your way through the mud. I just think his only issue is why he can't find his way through the mud because he won't shut the fuck up. Like, just shut the fuck up and just be there, and let her lead the way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree. He has shut up a little bit, but not much.
I don't think he shut up at all. I
What'd
don't
you
think he
say?
shut up.
No, that man ain't
I
shut up
don't think he
at
shut up at
all.
all. I don't think he
At
shut up at
all.
all. All right, I want to see if you caught this part. At the housewarming, the boy comes in and he's like, "This is a gift for later." Did
Mm-hmm.
you catch Michelle's face?
Yeah.
That
She was like,
ain't
no,
no fucking gift for later because ain't nothing going on.
ain't nothing going on later. I don't know that bromance. He has another bromance. He walked in and was like, "Hey, babe,
Right?
what?
Yeah, yeah. We're not doing it.
What? What's?" I'm like, did he just call him babe? Then I had to look at his name, and I'm like, his name is Mike. He didn't say, "Hey, Dave." He said, "Hey, babe." Like, it just was weird, and that whole thing. Like, yeah, not for later. She was definitely a little irked by that. Her face is like, mm-mm.
Yeah, we don't even need that. You could take that with you when y'all leave.
Yeah. When y'all leave, right?
Yeah, you could take that with y'all when y'all leave. Man. All right. Now, do we want to go to the gym expeditions, or do we want to talk about the fact that
The friend checked her ass.
right?
No, let's go to the gym expeditions first.
All right. So once again, I keep on saying this nigga don't know how to shut the fuck up. Nobody asked you to say this shit. Nigga like, yeah, because when me and Madison was at a job, what? Nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga. Shut up.
Do you think some of that's intentional?
I know. I just think he just dumb.
Damn, David, you just dumb.
That's not intentional. He's just dumb, man. That's just like when you talking to one of your friends or whatever, you know what the other friend don't like this friend, but you just telling the story. You like, yeah, son such. No, nigga, catch yourself. Catch
Right.
yourself.
It's like, stop,
Right.
stop.
Catch yourself. Be like, no, I was with my friend and we just don't say the name, nigga.
Right. I think he has the problem of just being himself way too much. Like just being overly talkative, just overly expressive, just
Not
overly
reading the room.
himself, and just too much.
Not,
Just too much. Because she definitely wasn't feeling that. As soon as she heard that,
yeah.
she said, and then, but then again, it's like, I'm sure you're not fucking inviting.
Right, but still, I don't give a fuck how much she's not fucking you. You can't be like, yo, such and such said she wanted to fuck me.
Right. No, yeah, no, I agree. He's definitely out of pocket. And I wonder what Alan thinking on the other end. Because y'all work out way
I
too
don't think
much.
Alan knows. I don't think Alan knows.
Oh, but Alan's gonna probably know soon.
Yeah, probably one of those soon. But he said it before.
Yeah.
No, I was in Joe Madison. Why, nigga? Shut the fuck up.
She was like, that's funny. She's like, like she just like she did not want to hear this story
That's
about
a
your
fact.
fucking calves, your abs, your
And she
Quads.
and she don't get a pass either because don't fucking act jealous or fucking whatever the fuck you want to call it when you over here being an ass or being a
Yes,
bitch.
I agree. I agree because that's what I was getting ready to say too. Like, sis, like seriously, you have no room for none of that, but I understand boundaries need to be met. So I get it.
Don't talk to me about boundaries though if you doing all what you doing. If I can't just sleep in a room with you, go talk to me about boundaries. Sorry,
I know.
I don't give a fuck.
I know.
I don't give a
Bitch,
fuck.
don't nothing apply to you at this point in time.
That's a fact.
For real, the way you behaving.
So before we move on to the friend checking her, how do you feel about him going to the gym,
Nick, no.
Madison?
But I also will be giving you reasons that you don't need to go to this gym with medicine. Like, you know what I mean? If that's something that you can do, like, and like that you love to do, okay, well, maybe I can work out with you sometimes. Maybe we can implement our workouts in other ways as well. Like, I'm giving you reasons not to want to, or feel the need to go work out with another woman.
um, there's a lot of people going to the gym.
Mm,
But what I
uh,
want to say,
listen,
what I want to say is, why are these people like? This ain't y'all first relationships, right? So why are these people like not understanding when you start talking to somebody, you trying to get to know somebody, whatever it may be, you can't go to the gym all the time. You got to be present.
right. No, I know, but their regimens stay so hard up on not rearranging some shit to fit them in. Like,
Like if I'm David or who else, like Juan, whoever, Juan, David, Akichi, I go to
mm,
sleep at 9 o'clock, so I go to the gym. Once you get in the door and once y'all get y'all routine, then you can get back to that. But right
right,
now, there's not the time. Time and
right,
place.
and then not only that, your routine can be cool. Like you might be a person that want to go to sleep at 8:30. You know what I mean? Or you might be a person, but when you have another party that is now involved, that changes just somewhat. Okay. So if you work out 3 or 4 times a week, let's just say, well, maybe 2 times can be with your partner. Like, or maybe, you work from home, like you work out from home or something. So this way y'all can have
Or guess
breakfast
what?
together or something. Or
You
don't
missed
worry
the
about it at
workout.
all. You miss the workout. Fact.
Work her out.
That's what I was gonna say. Like do something else that will burn some calories.
I just don't understand the distance and
Right.
like spending time with the person you're trying to get to know and shit.
Right. That's facts. I agree.
All right, so let's go to the friend,
Ooh,
man. Bravo to the friend.
fucking bravo. I
Bravo
was
to
so
the
hyped. I was
bravo to
so
the
hyped.
friend.
That's
The friend sits her ass down and says, "Listen here, you cock-headed bitch. You're gonna
facts.
stop treating my friend so mean. Just listen. Let me give you some logic. Let me put you up on some game real quick. You see that shit that you spending right now? That's a waste. The shit that he's trying to do or the shit that I'm doing right now, bitch."
Is where it's at.
Right. She was like,
Hmm. And she couldn't say nothing. She was fucking peep shut because was he wrong?
right.
It was 100% true shit. And it's like you're thinking that you have this lifestyle and you need somebody to match your this and to match your that. But you ain't what? Match your what? Match your rent?
Right.
actual what? You don't even have a portfolio of your own. At least, you know, David has been a business owner. You don't, she's just so not taking into consideration nothing that he has built or where he is, what he's doing at the moment. You know, she's just so focused on her way of thinking. And this put it in a whole different perspective, in my opinion. Is she going to fucking, you know, see it from that perspective is the bigger question.
I don't know if she's going to be able to see it. I think it might be a little bit too late to see it.
Yeah.
But I think that, yeah, the friend was explaining to her, if y'all didn't see it, he's just explaining to her that he's staying at home because he's saving money. And a lot of times people could see somebody staying at home. So it depends on what your reasoning is behind what you're staying at home for. So it ain't like he's staying at home and he don't got no job and he just play PlayStation every day. That's a nigga that you gotta be like, no, nigga, I'm not
Right.
fucking with you. You live at home
You
and
don't
you
do
ain't trying to
shit.
move. Yeah, you don't do shit. That's that nigga. The
Like,
nigga that works and just saving money and he didn't have a girlfriend or a wife at the time. That's a different scenario. And yeah, it looked crazy. We ain't gonna act like we ain't see what we saw. It looked crazy, but
mhm.
the reasoning, the context is different than what you have in your mind. In her mind, she's like, this nigga is never gonna leave. He a bum. And I don't think that is all the way the case. And she has to open her mind to see the difference.
All right. Well, I don't know, girl. I know it. I want you to maybe see it from a different perspective, but I don't, you know, I don't see it, but I really want it to happen.
All right, so how did you feel about when a friend said to her, well, David said he's trying, and it just seems like you're not trying. And she was like, I agree, I'm not trying.
I'm like, well, at least you're being honest. But bitch, do you see how this looks here? Do you
Right.
see how it's just all stacking up against you? Like, and you just and to be honest, she just don't give a fuck.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
she just don't give a fuck. So, um, I mean, I commend her for being honest and not living in fucking the land of the Lulu. You know what I mean? And like, who, me? He doesn't try. I try. Like, you know, she's just basically saying, yeah, he's definitely trying more. I ain't doing shit. And that's it. What you gonna do about it? That's kind of be like her attitude. I'll be cracking the fuck up.
Facts.
But you know, I just feel like, yeah, she's still emotionally, she's still checked out. So it ain't gonna be no different.
All right. I think my last question on them two is they spoke about their family dynamics or the longevity in their family history. Do you think that plays a part, when you're talking to somebody, if they come from broken homes or if they come from parents that like they never seen a long-term relationship and shit like that? Do you pay
Hmm.
attention to that? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to. Like any person in their right mind would find it most important to pay attention because that's going to let you know about the person that is in front of you, about the person that you are, you know, partnering with. That's going to tell you a lot of things. It's going to, and also it's going to be able to, you know, give you some hints as to maybe why they are certain ways. And if you can maneuver through that, or if you feel like that's something that's, you know, just like a deal breaker that you just can't deal with and you can see why. You know, some people can, you know, hear something about their upbringing or something like that and this gives this negative effect or something that spews out into the relationship and you're just like, nah, I can't do this. So this is why it's important for people to pay attention, to learn and to understand. So this person might be angry, right? But you can't figure out why they're angry. And then as time goes on, you start learning about their past, their traumas, their childhood, or whatever the case may be. And you can see where that anger comes into place. It's a displaced anger. It's not just who they are as an individual, it is what they've experienced. So can you be strong enough to work through that with them or not? You know what I mean? So yeah, it's super important. Gotta pay attention.
So how do you carry that? Say somebody brings the suitcase with them.
It depends on what's in that motherfucker.
It's a lot in there.
Okay, well, it's a lot of what?
It's a lot of baggage in there. It's a lot of they got molested. They got parental issues, which leads to anger issues, which leads to other issues. They got a whole suitcase full of shit over there.
So yeah, like we gonna have to weed through that suitcase and we gonna have to throw some shit out. And if you can't lighten that little, like I'm okay. Like I'm okay because I have my own. And like maybe we can strengthen and help each other and work through, some shit together, right? So we gotta start throwing shit out the suitcase. And working through that. And if we can't and start folding shit up and tidying shit up and making it lighter for the both of us to carry, then we can't fucking do it because I can't have my own shit and you have your own shit and we not working to fix shit. That's just a bunch of shit that I don't want.
A bunch of shit.
But I'm okay with some shit. Like, we all come with some shit.
I don't mind that, we all come with some shit.
Yeah.
What I do mind is the acknowledgement of you not realizing that you got a lot of shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, if you don't realize that you got a lot of shit, I can't deal.
Yeah. Well, some people, that's hard for them to do. They know they be having their shit. Like some people just, or maybe not even if they don't know and they're not cognizant of it per se. Let's just say they know they got their quirks. They know they got their shit with them a little bit, but it's not major shit. So they don't even acknowledge it as anything. But that's a thing. Like those are things. That is shit that you bring to the table, whether it's minute, whether it's small, big, medium, large, it's still shit.
All I know is I knew somebody who was like bipolar before. That's all that shit. I'm sorry. I just don't because every 3 days you crying, you depressed, and then when you ask them what's wrong, I don't know. I'm just in the moment.
Yeah. It's not funny, but I laugh because it's like you be having a laugh from like being angry. I've been in that position. You just gotta fucking crack the fuck up, and you just have to be like, really? Am I in the fucking Twilight Zone?
Yes. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
What is wrong? Like, and matter of fact, furthermore, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Right.
Because I'm sitting here fucking entertaining
this shit.
Facts. So it's like, then I gotta start questioning my fucking self. You know what I mean? But it's difficult when you deal with people that live in the land of Delulu. You know what I mean? It's very difficult. So
yeah, I don't got time for it, man.
Yeah.
Go get your shit together, man.
Yeah.
Go. It's too much shit going on over there. Go get your shit together.
Yeah, facts.
Okay, last but not least, welcome to Taco Gate, everybody. Last but not least, welcome to Taco Gate, aka Ike Raw and Eminem. Taco Gate, people. Now, if y'all don't know, sometimes people like to eat tacos. And then sometimes people make their own tacos, and then sometimes people order out for tacos to come. And then sometimes your partner says, why did you order the tacos? What, nigga? Why are you mad? Because I ordered the tacos.
This conversation was so cringy. That whole taco conversation was so fucking cringy, and I swear I wanted to pluck Ike raw through the fucking screen because why was this a thing? Why was this an issue?
I don't even know why it was an issue, and I feel like the whole taco issue is him preparing himself for the family. That's what I think it is. I'm telling you.
So I have a fucking problem with this whole transference of energy shit. Like
Mhm.
that gets me so itchy in my anus area.
I can't.
It does. It really does. That whole transference of
But
energy shit.
see how you just said that and knew what it was. People don't even know what the fuck that is.
I know. And this is why people have to start paying attention and doing work.
Right,
Like, but there's so many other things that they'd rather be thinking about
right.
instead of what's important.
Facts.
But his nervous energy, he wanted to then transfer. Like because he may not have been intentional.
Right.
They may not have been intentional at all. But he's apprehensive about this whole little shindig and her family, cousin, and Raphael and all of that. That here's an opportunity for him to just fucking swaddle here, just remain here on these fucking tacos because she made it easy. Y'all didn't have to cook. Y'all
Right.
didn't have to prep. Y'all didn't have to clean up the kitchen. Y'all didn't have to do anything. Okay, she got some fucking decorations. She ordered some fucking tacos. We got some bottles and boom, bang, pow.
Right. But I'm about to tell you what his subconscious brain said. His subconscious brain said her family is going to say, "What did you do?"
That's why I said people be thinking of the wrong fucking thing.
Right.
Because instead of you thinking about that shit and or maybe possibly like you said, his subconscious mind or whatever, you should have been really thinking about the shit that they was going to ask you like, we'll get to it.
Right. But all of this is together. All of this is a deflection. All of this is together. So he already know they already on his heels. So at least he could have been like, "I made the tacos. I did something.
Boy, sit down.
I serve a purpose here. I did something. I made the tacos."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's get to the point and to the root of it. You feeling insecure
Right.
and
Right.
you needed a moment, you needed
Right.
an opportunity or something to make you feel like you mattered in this
Exactly.
equation.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's what I thought it was. And welcome to Taco Day, everybody. Are you a fish taco person?
Yes, I had some actually yesterday.
Okay.
Shout out to Copa's Fish Tacos. They ain't too bad.
Okay. I'm not real big on fish tacos. Like
Mhm.
I'm an old school taco person. Are you a soft or hard taco?
So I am a soft taco type of girl because I don't eat the meat. So when I used to eat meat, I like the hard. But since I do this seafood, shrimp or the fish or whatever, it's soft.
I'm a soft taco person just because I hate it when my tacos started breaking and falling all over the place. So I like soft tacos.
Yeah.
It's just easier and it's just easier. So
Yeah,
I'm a
but
soft taco person.
you gotta try the shells that are freshly fried.
Okay.
They give you a crunch and softness.
Okay.
So then you get both.
So yeah, people, they had a little tiff in the kitchen. And then she's saying, "Well, such and such is coming, and how did we even get to the I'm not scared of the part?" It was like she was asking him like, this is my question. She was saying, "I know you haven't seen or spoken to them." Because he was saying, last time they was a little bit aggressive. And she's like, "Well, you haven't seen her. Why the fuck would I see her speak to them, though?"
Right. At all.
At
I didn't
all.
get that. I didn't get that. I didn't get that. But
At all.
Okay.
There would be no reason for me to see or speak to them. So,
Facts.
no, I haven't seen or spoken to them. So she was like,
Facts.
well, okay, they were a little bit aggressive, or you're saying that they were a little bit aggressive last time. Maybe they'll be softer this time. Bad choice of words. bad choice of words. Don't tell me somebody's going to be softer with me this time. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that all that conversation was just crazy because it probably just made him even more apprehensive.
Right.
Hmm.
Bad choice of words. So this is what I talked about earlier, the reaction shit. When you say somebody's going to be softer, now I have to feel like I got to buck up and say, I ain't fucking scared of them anyway. Nigga, nobody said you were scared of them.
Nobody said you was scared of them, but thanks for confirming that you was
You
fucking
said you
scared.
fucking scared of them.
Facts, because that's all that was.
That's a fact. So they're having this conversation, and she's telling him that her family is coming, and they know that they had a little tension last time. So we're gonna see how this time plays out, man. And he goes on
Mhm.
to say that he wasn't scared. What is your thoughts if you're having a conversation with your person? They're like, I ain't scared of them. Well, no, I asked you that though. But go ahead. Well, what's
Yeah,
your
nobody.
thoughts?
I would definitely be like that would be a side eye for me.
Mm, mm,
Like, okay, you're telling me because why?
mm,
That would lead me to believe that that's your deflection. That's your mechanism when you actually are nervous or you're actually apprehensive about this interaction. That's what it would have signaled to me because we grown. Of course you ain't fucking scared of him. What you think he gonna
Facts.
come in and sock you in your fucking
Yeah,
eye?
I mean, facts.
And that you're gonna have to go into defense mode? Like, no, of course you're not scared. But you
Facts.
can be apprehensive about the interaction, and that clearly was what he was.
That's a fact. And it's just like I remember last time. Um, see, this is what I'm gonna tell Ike Raw, man. Last time he felt some kind of way at the wedding, how they were speaking to him and how he was being addressed or whatever. If I'm him and we're at this space right here, I'm not throwing a fucking housewarming. Don't bring them
Mhm.
niggas over. I don't fuck with them like that yet. We gotta get to see if we like each other first before
Right,
you bring people over here that I don't like and I'm tolerating them for you. We're
right,
not there yet.
right. Hmm. Hmm.
So I'm like, no, I'm good.
Right. But of course, he's gonna go along with the flow.
Right.
And what happened?
All right, so
And what happened?
it was bad. It
Right,
was all bad.
right.
It was all bad. It was all bad, man. It was all bad. All right, so do you think that Emem set him up, lined him up?
You fucking right, she did. And I would have lined his ass up too. I would have lined his ass up too. And let me tell you why. Because I'm from the South. This slow shit, this ring around the rosy shit, this tap dancing shit, this Cupid shuffle shit that he got going on would really fucking irk me. And so, yes, I would line them up too. I'm gonna put you right in the fucking line of fire. See how quick you are to draw. Hmm.
That's a fact. So, um, the people come and they're eating tacos or whatever. Why he keep getting like secluded to them too?
Definitely set up so masterfully.
Right. So
Cause
out of
this where these
nowhere,
sparks getting ready to fly. They already seen that shit.
right?
So they
Out
set
of nowhere, he keeps getting secluded to the cousin. Who is the girl? Is the girl a cousin or who is
her
the girl?
friend.
All right, the
Yeah, her
girl's a friend.
friend. Yeah.
All right, so they start having a conversation. They start asking him, how's it going? Questioning his feelings for her, how they're moving along, and Ike starts to get
Well, he's
Flustered.
already, yes, he's already flustered because he done said the aggressive word
Right, right.
before they even broke off. So he already in defense mode. He looked like he was a mouse getting ready to get caught on a fucking trap when they fucking split up.
All right. Well, so what happened for him to say that? Because I was still lost on that part. What
Okay.
made him say that she's aggressive?
Okay. So Raphael says, describe each other
Mhm.
and let's just say 5 words off the top, like off the dome. Describe each other. So he says beautiful. He starts spewing them off. Beautiful, ambitious, X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. And then he said aggressive. So everybody got quiet, right? Didn't say anything, got quiet. But that was already a trigger. You could see it in her face. Okay. Then she starts spewing off his. Okay. They have words back and forth about his choice of words and her choice of words. And then at that point in time, they split up. And then that's when the whole aggressive conversation comes into play.
All right. See, this is a point to where I say why I don't do social shit. Because you can't, like, don't sit me in a room. We have to have some kind of rapport. We have to have some kind of, like, I know you or something before you could just fucking ask me questions. I'm sorry. You just can't be some random, like, you may be not random to her, but you random to me. So you can't just question me. Like, I'm trying to, so say it's like we just started dating or whatever, and maybe we like a couple weeks in, because they only on 17 days. So maybe we're a couple weeks in. I don't want to be grilled by these people.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah,
You're
they
not,
definitely is growing on them.
yeah, you're not going to just question me. Like, well, what do you like about her? I'm not doing that. No, it ain't happening. It ain't happening.
Hmm.
It ain't happening. Because we're not there yet.
Hmm.
We're not there yet. If we had some
Hmm.
time in and I was comfortable with these people, then yeah, we can have those kind of conversations, but not right now.
Hmm.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing
Hmm.
it. So Ike Raw is flustered, and he did mention. I think everybody was pissed off that he said she was aggressive. I didn't understand the reasoning behind him saying she's aggressive. I haven't seen her do anything to him that was aggressive.
At all. At all. And I mean, if her, that's a word that I've heard before. That
Aggressive?
aggressive shit. Yeah, that aggressive shit.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
You didn't
I mean,
ask?
huh?
You didn't ask?
I didn't give a fuck to ask. No, no, but I'm just saying, like, like people who know me know me.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? People who know me, they know that sometimes my tone can be a bit much. I'm animated and all of that stuff. So maybe to some it can come off aggressive. And it was just like, oh yeah, you're doing too much. You're too aggressive. You're just yeah, okay. I'm sorry you feel that way. I don't want to know. Like it wasn't from a person that I even care to know, honestly.
But
But
but but see what you just said? People that know me know me. That's why people that don't know me, I don't want to talk to
talk
y'all.
to right, 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 right. But yeah, his reasoning for calling her aggressive was just not a real reason to call her
All right, so they got him hemmed up, right? And they're asking him questions about how he feels, about how they moving along, X, Y, and Z. And he's like, he's already defensive because of what happened at the wedding. And now he's on even more stilts. He's standing on stilts because they at the new apartment and he didn't do shit. She did all the work. I'm just saying all these things are tumbling in his brain. So the cousin and the friend is grilling him, and he has no answers. He has no answers. He has no answers.
aggressive. He'll never had no fucking that's
Everything they ask will be like, I don't know. We're not there yet. You don't understand his process. You don't have no fucking answers for nothing.
This this was it. This kind of can show you what Ike Raw is on. He said, "Do you feel like you would grow to love my cousin?"
Right.
And he said, "Maybe." This why they pouncing on you, my
Right.
nigga. And this is what he said. He said, maybe she gotta be. If you feel like she being aggressive, cool. We gonna take your word and we gonna use it. She gotta be aggressive because my nigga, you not doing shit. You not saying shit. You talking in circles. You can't answer shit. You just coming up with shit. You just making shit up. You just shit.
You just shit.
You just shit. That's why the fuck we gotta all be aggressive with you because we see through this whole facade.
The
That's
shucking and jiving.
personally what
The
I
shucking and
think.
jiving. The shucking and jiving. The shucking and jiving.
They see through it. They see through it. They
Yo,
calling him out on his bullshit.
I hate when people don't see the shucking and jiving.
I know.
Like,
I know. And they
you
see
don't
that
see the
shit.
fucking shucking and jiving this motherfucker's doing right now.
Right. And you know, if we're gonna talk about cultural differences, we bring it up again. Certain cultures and certain people and certain families, they don't play about their
Right, right,
family.
right.
They see some shit, they're asking you these questions, and maybe she lines you up because my nigga, she be asking you these questions and you don't want
Exactly.
to get to it. I can't get to know you. I can't pull back the covers. You want to be talking about you from down south and you just a little slower. Okay, well, my nigga, you in Chicago now. You got to get with the fast pace or you got to get lost.
How would you feel if somebody lined you up though?
Yeah, I'm gonna feel some type of way, of course, absolutely, positively. But I'm also one that reflects on the other end of the spectrum as well. Like, okay, I'm gonna see why did they feel the need to have to? Was I not forthcoming enough? Was I not, was I not open enough? Did I not give them the full specifics of what they were looking for. Let's get to the bottom of why they felt the need to line me up, right? So I'm gonna be pissed at first, but then I'm gonna reflect a little bit, like, oh, well, it's a reason why people do shit. They don't just always do it to just be fucking doing it.
Well, these steps that you're talking about is you know that's not the average person.
Well, yeah, I know, but this is where most people need to be,
That's a
or
fact.
working towards, like, because
That's a fact.
it's still all a work in progress, but.
That's a fact. So when they're questioning him and he has no answers, now how do you feel if you're in them?
Like I lined you up and you still did the same shit. Ugh, I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling. I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't know how I'm feeling, what I'm doing. Because you then it becomes a point of, are you evading?
Right.
Is it that you don't like to be questioned or you don't like to be grilled or whatever the case may be, but we're in this process to learn about each other and you're not allowing me to learn about you in our direct conversations. Now I done put other people in the mix and they had to get a little aggressive with you because you just fucking shucking and jiving. And now I'm back at square one because I still can't get to the fucking, you know, the
But
root
how do
of
you
what
feel,
I need to know.
or how would you digest the answer if somebody said, "Could you grow to love me?" and the person said, "I don't know, maybe."
I mean, I don't want to say this, but I probably would say this. Well, then what the fuck is we doing?
Basically,
Because we don't even need to try. If you can't say, absolutely, I see qualities in you that I could definitely see myself growing to love you, or just being in a space of just love and admiration for you, or whatever the case may be. Like, if you can't spew off a response like that, or you so nervous that a certain line of questioning got you saying maybe,
What if he's being
Look,
genuine though?
look, look.
What if he's being genuine though? Like, I'm not there
Then
yet.
you can,
I'm
then you
not
can
there yet.
maybe no, but you can maybe your ass not being there yet, and maybe to me is a is Chinese and Spanish,
Right,
two
but
different languages,
that's what I be trying to tell people. Choice of words.
right? Because I'm sure that's not at all what he meant,
Hmm.
but that sure is how it came across.
Choice of words are very important, man. Choice of words are very important. I be trying to tell y'all. Choice of words. Be mindful of the words that you use, especially in those given situations. When somebody's family is grilling you and you answer, "I don't know," nigga, what? Somebody could throw your ass out of a window.
Right. That's fact. That's fact. That's
You
fact.
can't fucking answer, "I don't know."
Right. I don't know. Maybe. Yo, listen, that was wow. I just was like, I rolled my eyes. I rolled my eyes when he said that. I'm just like, yo, he is losing the war. Like he's losing the war. They lined you right on up, shot you down. Pow, 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 pow.
That's a
You're
fact.
losing the war, sir.
That's a fact. I don't know if Ike Raw is going to be able to recover. I don't think. I don't think these people like see people go into things, or people be like, "I want a husband," or "I want a wife," but they don't know what it entails.
That's facts.
They don't know the job description. So once it's time to show up, I'm like, "What you mean I gotta show up?"
Which is like, because why ain't you showing up? Why don't you want to show up?
Oh man, people want the title. They don't want to
Look,
do the actions. They don't want to do the work. They just want
right.
the title. They just want to say, "Yeah, I have a wife." They want to go to work. They want to come home, and she's there. I don't want to have to talk to you. I just want to know that you're there, and I want to be able to say, "I got a wife." Like what?
Mm-mm-mm. Makes no sense.
I'll
Makes
be
no
so
sense.
confused. I'll
Mm-hmm.
be so confused. And this is off topic, but even like when we seen or when I sent y'all the shit about Jay-Z and Beyonce, or the shit was hitting the fan today with Remy and Papoose, I'll be like, yo, these people are married for business. That ain't that it's not what you think it is.
Right. Right. It's just convenience.
Right.
And I don't mean convenience just like, oh, it's easy, but convenience of the businesses matching.
Right. So I can be like, yeah, Jay-Z and Beyonce might care for each other. They might love each other, but that don't mean that they in love with each other.
Right. Right.
That just means that we both know and understand that us being together is going to make us individually bigger.
Right. 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 Yep. Yep. And a lot of people are fitting into that and conforming to that type of love because although it's not true forms of love, it offers them a security.
Right.
You know what I mean? It offers them a security um, that they may not have elsewhere. And to them, that is acceptable because wouldn't you rather be a little secure than not secure at all?
Right.
You know
And,
what I
and
mean?
and that's the part that people don't see. Like you gotta understand and you gotta see that Jay-Z as a single man can't have the same conversations with business people that he has because he's married to Beyonce.
Right.
And if
Yeah.
you don't understand that, I don't know what the fuck be going on in people's brains.
Right. And yeah. But people are just they just be so surface level thinking that, they don't go down far enough to see it or to understand it or to really dissect shit. Like they just like, on the surface. This is where we're gonna bob our heads
I
and
can't.
try to get to the shore. Like, you know what I'm
I get
saying?
to the shore.
Yeah, get to the
I can't.
shore. Seriously.
I can't. I can't.
Seriously.
So yeah, I think a lot of these couples, and we seen it like in the beginning stages or when they were going through the process. A lot of them was saying the word like, "I think I'm ready. I want a wife. I wanted this. I wanted that." Do you want that person over there?
Hmm.
Is the fucking question.
Yeah.
It ain't the title.
Hmm. But, as I sit here and I think about this, right? Just like exactly what you said, I want a wife. And then, like, a rebuttal question was, do you think that there are times where people think that they're ready for certain shit, but they're really not, which is what you
Right.
said and what we're seeing and we probably experienced the time and too. There's going to be a difference between a person who can actually, say, I want something, not necessarily be ready for it, but can get ready,
That's a
but
fact.
that can get ready through it. Like, meaning go through the motions, stay with it, fucking make it work and make it do what it do, right?
Right.
And then there's a person who say that they want it, totally not ready for it, and fall flat on their face. So, it's just like, do you then not say that you want it because you may not be ready for it?
No, it's not about not saying that you want it because you're not ready for it. It's
Hmm.
about being first secure and locked in who you are.
Hmm.
A lot of times they're saying those things,
Yeah.
but they're not whole.
Hmm.
So once you get to that part, you can't fake it.
Right. Right. I agree.
You gotta show up. You gotta show up at some point, and you gotta be secure and confident in who you are because that's going to show up to the other person.
Right.
So you can't walk over here and be like, "Yo, I want a wife," but I'm scared of your cousin.
Or I'm scared of the fact that they really care about you
Right,
and want to see if I'm full of shit or not.
right. Like I'm scared of a conversation. How you want a wife, but you can't have a conversation?
Ooh, that's facts.
Like
That's
you
facts.
can't answer no questions, but you want a wife?
How you gonna be a fucking author and you can't fucking speak? Oh, that's because it might not be. It might be trash.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So
I mean, oops, did I say that? But
it was easy to say, I want the title, or maybe that is something that everybody should aspire to. But
mhm.
you even if you're not ready, you still have to have it inside of you. Like
Right, right. And I think T, that's it exactly. He's portraying to have it inside of him. He's portraying, he's an author, he's a writer, he's a creative, he's a musician. He hides behind these attributes that he feels presents the full fucking picture,
right,
right? The fucking house can be there, the door can be there. I can knock on that motherfucker, but when I open it, is it anything inside or is it just a fucking shell?
right.
Okay, that's what they doing. They knocking
Facts.
on that motherfucker door because here you are with this nice, perfect fucking creative house. But my nigga, we ain't seeing shit inside.
Facts.
We
Facts.
seeing we ain't seeing nothing. So, you know, with Ike, that's his issue. And you have some people like that, they
A
make
lot of
up and
people like
build
that.
up nice. Yeah. They make up and build up truly nice. But when you really start trying to get past the surface and get into it, they start getting uncomfortable. They
Right.
start pulling back. They start pointing fingers, and you become the problem, and they become less of a fucking uh uh mode of attention. Yeah, tell them, tell them, tell them.
See, I feel like a person who's secure or comfortable with themselves, you can't make me uncomfortable.
That's facts.
Like,
That's facts.
you're not gonna make me uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you can't ask me a question that I don't say I gotta say I don't know to.
Right. Or maybe two.
Right.
Right.
I don't even like I'm so secure or comfortable in my spot or in my position. That's why I said, who are you to even question me? Like
Right. Right. But see, two, absolutely, positively. But you know why he couldn't do anything of that nature and why he would never be able to on that level of grown manship? Because he ain't even communicating with her.
right,
Because you can say that when you've communicated to
right.
your
That's between me
partner.
and her. We talked about that.
We
And
talked
we
about
good.
that. Right. Is this some shit that you just want to know? This
Right,
ain't necessarily for you to know, but she
right,
know.
right,
You can be sure upon about that, but he can't even do that because he don't do it with her either.
right.
So here you are to a point where you're just not it. Kick his ass off.
Not kick his ass off, man.
Kick his
We in trouble this season, y'all. We in trouble. We in trouble, man. That first sight season 18. We in trouble, y'all. All the couples is in trouble. We fighting for our lives right now. We fighting for our lives. Every couple, we fighting for our lives, y'all. We fighting for our lives, man. We fighting for our lives. This is what I be trying to tell y'all about personalities and compatibility, and just getting beyond the I think that person was cute, or that person, I know that person will take care of me. At some point, you gotta be liking the person. like, like you just gonna be around somebody that you don't like?
Yeah, people do it. People do it all the time. You see it. I see it. People with people that they don't really fucking like just to say they with somebody.
Mm,
And then at the same token, they turn around and complain about it.
mm,
Like, you know what I mean? It's just, and that's not in every situation. No, we know that. But you know what I mean? We really got people that just really don't like people. It's not like, okay, I love this person. We have differences that we're working through. Not that.
right,
Not that. You know what I mean? Because we're human.
right,
There are going to be differences. We all going to have to work through some shit. You know what I mean? But if you love a person and this is, your person, then you're going to work through that shit. I'm talking about motherfuckers who just in something don't even really like the motherfucker, but they got a goal, they got an agenda, they got a reason or a basis for why they're staying there, and that's the shit that I'm talking.
I don't know, people. This is a rocky road. This is a rocky road. This is a rocky road. I'm disappointed in the experts, man, because they doing a piss ass job. They not present. They not present enough, man. They did good the little bit of time that they were here, but they not present enough. We need. Well, I feel like on past seasons they've been more around.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
So
where
this
are y'all?
Right. So this is what I think. I think this is how I'm looking at it this season, and this is what I think may be happening. So yes, in past seasons, we've seen a lot of them more early on, and they've really been helping to guide, the couples along the way on their start. I think what they're doing, I think they're just fucking letting them go for what they know, right? Make the fucking mess. Let's see what y'all really doing without us helping you too much. Let's
Right.
see what the fuck y'all really have. And then we're gonna get to the nuts and bolts. I think we'll probably see them more, a little in a few later episodes or whatever the case may be. But I think they letting them start off with this shit show to say, hey, listen, y'all
I
don't have
don't
the
mind
doctors to
that.
guide y'all.
Right. I don't mind that, but how much damage is going to be done that can't come back
Well, you see, this shit is up in flames,
from? That's what I'm
up in smoke,
saying.
up in smoke,
Like
up in smoke.
you could do that. Like if I was the experts and I was monitoring these couples, Like I would be like, nah, we gotta
You
we
gotta
gotta
intervene.
yeah, we gotta intervene because even with basic shit like with David, I would have talked to David like 4 times already and be like, nigga, just shut the fuck up.
I know.
Like that's
I
all you
know.
gotta do is shut the fuck up, dog. Every time he opened his mouth, he say something that irks her. Every single time.
I know.
I was at the Joe in Madison. What you think about my apartment? I live with my parents. I'm a smoker. Shut up.
I know.
Even
I know.
Thomas, when Thomas, what the fuck did Thomas say? When Thomas said the light skin shit. Oh, because you're light skinned, I would automatically assume that you.
Yeah.
Why? The shit that people be saying,
You're
I
saying
be
I can.
asking, why are you saying that?
Right.
Like,
Right.
why?
Why?
Like people be like, yo, I'm grown, I'm this and that. When you grown, you know when to catch yourself from saying some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
and when you're secure within yourself, I was nervous, so I was just rambling. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna just shut the fuck up.
Right. Right.
I'm not gonna be just rambling, nervous, saying anything, and now you sound and look stupid.
Stupid. You look retarded.
The fuck?
Oh God. I can't. Well, I don't know. Maybe the doctors will come in and try to rein it in before it's all too late and before it all goes to shit. But it's kind of already gone to shit. And if they reverse anything from any of the damage that has already been done, then I'll be happy to see. But I don't know.
They deserve their flowers.
Then they deserve their flowers because that's some shit. Like, there's some shit that's already been done.
That's crazy.
How you recover? Because, like, I feel like next episode, everybody gonna be fucking rumbling.
That's a fact.
Tussling. They gonna be
That's a
tussling.
fact, man. It's certain things that was said. Ain't no coming back from me. Ain't no coming back from me, man. But when Madison told Allen, I'm used to dating pretty boys, and you're not that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go get you a pretty boy, shorty.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts. And Ike would never, he would never fucking see me. Like, I done been mechanical. I done been aggressive. And we ain't get past your surface shit. You definitely getting the fucking boot. Like, I would
Even
never come back from nothing he said.
even Michelle, when she said, if I met him in the streets, I would never talk to him again.
And they just do not like
Yo, the shit that people are saying and getting away with, man, I wish somebody would.
Yo, they just not liking each other
I wish
at
somebody
all.
would. I wish somebody would.
Yes.
Even Juan saying, how many times you gonna tell her you forgot about her?
That's facts. That is facts. And how much you gonna tell him that he just ain't black enough in
Facts.
your own little way?
Facts. Fact, cultural
Woof.
differences. Cultural differences. Take your cultural ass to the projects then, shorty. Go ahead. Go find you one.
Exactly.
go
Exactly. So I do watch the after party, and I will say this. Keisha, which is definitely something that I would have asked too, because I think we even mentioned it briefly a week or so ago. Like, I'm
All right.
sure. What?
Just real quick. Shout out to Rudy, aka Keisha.
Yes.
She don't be pulling no punches.
She don't.
Go ahead.
She does not. And she said to Camille, like, have you ever been told
Right.
that you ain't black enough? Well, I mean, she ain't say it quite like that, but that was her question. Have you ever been in that position where somebody thought that you know what I mean, weren't cultural enough or had cultural differences? And she said no. There is no way. There is no
that's possible because a guy wouldn't say that.
Right. Oh yeah, because a guy don't give a fuck.
Right.
Is you clapping them cheeks or
no,
what?
it's not even that he don't give a fuck because he's clapping the cheeks. It's just that That's why I said the shit that these people are saying, I would never say these things. Like even though I feel it and I know it, I'm not going to say it because it's not necessary.
Right. Lord Jesus.
Like if I was Camille with Thomas, I don't gotta tell you. I don't gotta be like, Shorty, you ain't got enough hood in you for me. I don't gotta do that. I'm gonna just stop fucking talking to you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So that's probably why she hasn't heard it before. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. But I just was like, good, because she ain't fucking, she white bread too.
Right.
She white bread too.
Yeah, a lot of that shit that they're saying, yeah, I don't do it. Like I got a friend that I be telling all the time. I be like, yo, you have to watch your delivery, cause you just
Mhm.
nonchalant. You don't give a fuck. Like somebody gonna fuck like it. And she told me she got her jaw broke before. I'm like, you got your jaw broke before, and you still like this,
Cause you wild with the lip.
right?
Oh my God.
Like watch your delivery,
Right.
like.
Hmm. Some people just have no filter, you
You gotta
know.
watch your shit.
Watch the shit. Protect your neck.
Yeah,
Protect your neck.
protect yourself at all times, man. Protect yourself at all times. If you're gonna be that
Facts.
way, protect yourself at all times.
Facts.
All right, people. This is our season 18, episode 8 recap. Any last things on this? Before I wrap this up.
No, the fires is going to definitely be flaming next week, so I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm excited to see next week's episode. I hope the experts come out and try to help these people as much as possible. I don't know where or how they can even help these couples. Um, yeah, like I said, normally they intervene a little bit earlier and they give them exercises. We haven't seen the exercises that we normally see.
Yeah, yeah,
Those exercises that normally bring you together or show you that this is not for you. We're not seeing those exercises as much as we normally do see. But
yeah.
I hope they start implementing some of those exercises. And
Mm,
we'll
yeah.
see who can make it through, man. Because it's looking rough.
Mm.
It's looking very rough. Um, so I don't know if anybody's going to say yes on decision day. I don't know if anybody should say yes on decision day. I'm pretty sure there's going to be somebody that says yes on decision day that shouldn't have said yes.
I agree. Because I don't think none of them need to say yes at this point in time. By up to episode 8,
Right.
mm-mm. I don't see nobody who's ready or should stay together at this point.
That's a fact. And
Yeah.
my advice to you people out there in the land and, even these people on the show, it ain't about the title,
Mm. Mm. And that's a fact.
man. It ain't
That's
about
a
the
fact.
title, man. It's easy to say, I'm tired of playing around. I'm tired of the games. I'm tired of meeting new people. I don't want none of my exes. I just want somebody and I just want a wife. That's easy to say, harder to do.
Yeah, facts. Mm-mm. They can't see it.
Because people dumb.
Nope. Yep. Yeah. I just look. I said nope, but yep. They don't.
People dumb, man. People dumb. I tell you, I hear it all the time. I just want a husband. I need somebody to help me with these bills.
And that's what a husband is. That's
Yeah,
that's
I
what
mean,
a
that's your
husband is.
definition of a husband.
That's husband. Just come and take care of you. I do. Let me tell you, you see it all the time where somebody will be like, "Oh, this guy took me out. He bought me flowers. He gave me lunch money. He did this. He did that." And it's all financially based. It's
Right.
just showing that he could provide or he could do this, that, and the third. And you see the people and God send me a love like this. Well, this was only her second date. And all he did was buy her some flowers or,
Facts.
took her to a nice dinner or whatever the case may be. why not be looking for a substantial love, not something that's based on what a person can give or do for you, but rather add value to your life and bring to your life and outside of finances. I just be so lost on that.
You know why they get lost on finances? They get lost on finances because I'll be like, it don't mean nothing to do financial things when you have finances, right?
Right.
that don't mean he love you. That don't mean he like you. That don't mean none of that. That just means I got money to blow.
Yeah, understood. And I'm going to, wine and dine you, or I'm going to show you some things, or whatever the case may be. But if that can't be matched or met with some substantial shit, and that means the emotional intelligence, the emotional attachment, the all of the other components that is necessary to make up a great relationship, then what the fuck is we doing? Okay, you can take care of me, but that's not what the only things that are needed. Yeah, you want a man that's going to be a provider and protector, or could be a helpmate, or whatever, however you want to set the dynamic up for yourself. But that can't be what the basis is. I'm not asking God to just send me somebody that can buy me some flowers or take me to a nice dinner or pick me up in a specific type of vehicle. Like, what sense does that make?
You know what? You know what else is lost or confused? They think that provider is a protector.
You could provide for me and you could talk to me dirty.
Right.
You could provide for me, or you can sock the shit out me every other night. I just not, they do not equate.
Right. But I think that a lot of people equate those things.
Hmm, sorry for you.
I'm like, that's not protection, right?
But it's crazy because, some people feel protected.
Right.
Like, it's crazy that not only do they equate it, but they feel it. Like, they
Right.
actually feel like this is a form of protection, and that with this, I am secure. I
Facts.
am protected. But that's a sad space to be in.
I'll be like, he's not physically providing for you. He's not emotionally providing for you. He's not spiritually providing for you or protecting you, but he's financially providing for you. So you think that this is protection
Mhm.
until you piss him off and then he kick you out.
Right.
And now you're like, he didn't protect. He was never protecting you.
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah, that's facts. He was never.
Right. He was never. He was basically controlling you with money.
Right. And then you just, in your mind, you come up with this, scenario that you are in fact being protected.
Right.
And I got it. He sent them to me. The Lord sent them.
Not the Lord sent him, so y'all, man.
I mean, you guys see some of these comments, and I know you be seeing some
I
of
be
them.
seeing that shit. I be seeing that shit. That be laughing.
God send me a love like this. Send you a love like what? She said she went on the second date with him. What love? Like, people are so yo, see. Another conversation, different day.
Thanks. Another conversation, different day, and we'll talk about that whole timetable of the wine and dine you for a weekend. You thought this was something that it wasn't.
Facts.
You thought this was something that it wasn't. But this is our season 18, episode 8 recap. Everybody, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button, like and share the video, say something in the chat and or comment section. Let us know your thoughts. If y'all have any questions, make sure y'all put those as well. And we will see y'all after the next episode, people. Have a good one. Deuces.